What up, y'all? I'm a little under the weather, but we still playing. We gonna have a little bro in here today. He gonna chill with us until like KO or something. You know, I can. Don't judge me though. You know, I don't look like I feel well, but I'll give y'all a little camera today. Something to my challenge for tonight. Shit. I can barely hear. Hold on. Don't worry about it yet. Worry about getting. What's stopping you from buying it right now? Mm-hmm. Oh, you said you got a little pet thing. Oh, you talking about the Taxon? Yeah, the little Taxon. It's like a little sentinel that flies around. Oh man, if if you follow, look, if you follow a little of my advice, you gonna be swimming in companions. You're gonna have a bunch of Warframe slots. You know what I mean? As long as a lot of people, their first primary fuck up is spending all of their beginning platinum on cosmetics. Do you still have? What's up? Oh, oh, you should have waited, bro. Shit, you in a couple of matches, you wasn't gonna be alone anyway. You probably just bought a companion that you already finna get. Which one did you get? You talking about the carrier? Yeah, I can look. So if you're ever confused on what you have like in your loadout right now, oh, the shade. Yeah, shade is cool. The prime is decent too. You'll learn about primes later on. Where's my controller? That's because we're not on the same ship. We have separate orbiters. So you have your orbiter, which is what you're looking at right now, where you build your stuff. That ship it's got like three doors. Right now on your ship, they're closed. But I'd have to invite you to my orbiter. Hold on, I need to fix my sound though, because I cannot hear you at all. I got you. No, I'm gonna turn you up. You ain't even gotta mess with someone. Yeah, yeah. I think what what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy my girl's saying she wants to buy me a headset for Christmas. This is right around the corner. But if I can manage to hold out and just wait until I get enough money for another Pulse 3D, or I might just go something else. You know what I mean? Something with better or bad. I can hear you, Crispy. Are they they're corded? Okay. Cordless. Yeah. That's pretty much what you want anyways. Like corded headphones. Yeah, see that's I already have a whole setup, so me straying away from the setup would be kind of pointless, you know what I mean? You're probably too young to have seen this movie, but Boomerang with Eddie Murphy. Yeah, that's a good one, man. You gotta get into your classic movies, man. Those are the good ones. All the news. Oh, that's lit. Dude, there was one day I had like fucking 40 something people in my fucking stream, and I was like, where the hell did these people come from? Yeah, hell yeah. You know, but at the same time, don't necessarily discredit that either. You know what I mean? Because your subscribers actually open you up for more promotion, even if they are just subscribers. Those ones that come in and spam and then follow just to spam, leave them there, but just block them. And if they start trying to fuck with shit, that's when you delete them. You know what I mean? But up until then, if I always
Who
look
have
at
we
it
got
like
on the
this.
line? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I don't
always
have
look
a
at it like
line.
this. If they're not against you, then they're for you. You know what I mean? And at that sense, even if they're not, that subscription that they just put down there is. You know what I mean? So until they give you a reason to get rid of them, why not keep them? Uh, yeah, yeah.
Coming up next.
All right. So do you know how to access your missions and shit? Shit, you ain't even got to go to the control panel. Honestly, if you press start and you go to quests, it'll transport you there. If you have it, yeah, that's pretty much the purpose of the game. You shouldn't have any problem with that one. Oh, okay. What mission squad is active? All right, so you'll have to back out real quick, but we'll still be in the same PS party. Go up to your name in the upper left corner where it shows your icon. Yes, sir. A lot of this game is really, really basic, and a lot of people like they just. It's the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. I tried it for the last 3 years, bro, on and off, and I'm not a fan really. I've tried it. I've tried it. Resurgence, yeah, I've tried it. I don't really like it. I mean, I'm glad they did what they did with the customization of the controllers, but it just feels, I don't know, like it doesn't even. It's not even the fact that it seems like it's too much. It's just I don't know. It's not one of those games that I've seen myself like actually really getting into, and I've tried multiple times. Yeah. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't fucked with Modern Warfare in a minute. It's as soon as I just feel like everything is pretty much repetitive in that game. Like new games come out and a lot of it is very, very repetitive, and that shit gets. That's the reason why I don't play 2K. Is because they're having you literally pay for something that you've already paid for. Yeah. Mhm. I mean, shit. You gotta look at it like this, bro. Like for the last 20 years, right? For the last 23 years, they've been robbing the fuck out of us by making us pay for the same game every year. And I've been playing 2K like I've been playing 2K since Dreamcast, bro. Since fucking Dreamcast. Do you remember Dreamcast? I don't even think you were alive when Dreamcast was out. Yeah, you weren't even. I don't even. You weren't even a thought when Dreamcast was out. Dreamcast was the second Sega console or the third Sega console. Do you think that nigga thinks? Man, that nigga need to handle his business before he go telling niggas what they need to be doing. Mm-hmm. That he can't give that to you. You wanna know why? Because it's not his. No, it's not Kenny's either. It's mine, bro. Yeah, that motherfucker. Yeah, but that's a sentimental item. I brought that motherfucker up with me. That has all my shit. I don't know why in the fuck I don't go get it from his house right now any damn way. Because he ain't got nothing to lecture you about. That nigga don't call me. Why? Because he knows if he try to lecture me, I'm gonna tear him a new one. Like, nigga, look at my yard. Who did my fucking yard? Now, didn't I pay somebody for my motherfucking yard to be done? I don't give a fuck about the excuses. Nigga, you better ask your homie Spencer if I give a fuck about excuses. I slid that nigga all the way across the across the parking lot over a fucking excuse. My little ass. You know Spencer? Freeman. The nigga that dad used to kick it with. Smoker dude. Yeah, this motherfucker like 6'3", 6'4". And he stole $20 from one of my homegirls. So I was like, okay, let's set him up. Told him I had a sack for him. I was giving up in the game, and I wanted to give what I had away. He was like, oh shit, you thought of me? Thanks, bro. Got his ass. Went down there, drove down there, and I told the two girls that I was with, because mind you, that the whole reason why I went down there was because they got stolen from it. I don't give a fuck if it's a nickel off my floor. You ain't gonna steal shit from me. And if I'm around or I was just there, you not gonna steal from somebody else and have me looking like a suspect, bro. They know you did it too. Nigga, I'm finna go check up on that shit. So I went and checked up on him, and I told them to stay where they were at, stay in the car, don't fucking get out. And what's the first thing they do when they see him? Typical women. You know what I'm saying? Not the extraordinary women. Extraordinary women listen. You know what I'm saying? Like, those is queens and shit. They typical asses did not listen. So guess who ends up having to chase a nigga all around the car? Yeah, I had to chase his ass around the car. I got tired of chasing that nigga around the car. Made it to where he met me at the hood. Like he was running around, and I just like I hit the quick shift, hopped over the hood, slid that nigga across the parking lot, one hit. And you remember Hilltop Motel? You know that fucking that lawyer office behind? Yeah, that lawyer office that's right behind it, down over by the Walgreens. I slid that nigga from the rocks all the way to the end of the fucking parking lot, bro. I just told him, I'm like, bro, I don't have patience for excuses. Like, I'm a little bit more balanced, so my devilish side will come out if I feel crossed. Right now, I feel crossed. So consider your ass lucky, because if I had something on me, you wouldn't even be in existence. And like, bro, I really had to change. But like that whole time, while I'm sitting there like in Hilltop Motel, he's like, nigga, you should go and get a job and do this and do that. And I'm like, well, blood, what is you doing besides something? All right, you know what? But then it got to the point where I'm sitting there watching this nigga doing what he doing, and I'm doing this shit with him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, nah, blood, this shit's not bull. So I went and got my life situated. You feel me? And there's one. Wow, what happened? Man, honestly, you wanna know what? I wouldn't. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. Yes, no, that's not bull. That's not bull. You don't do that. See, my whole thing is if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, bro. And the first thing a man has to stand for is his own goddamn 2 feet. So if you're not gonna stand for your own 2 feet, them niggas gonna punk you, they gonna bitch you, and then even if your life ain't taken, bro, you didn't survive, bro. You didn't survive. You gotta live with that, bro. That's worse than a snitch jacket. That is literally the step right below a snitch, nigga. That's like wearing a snitch jacket without having the snitch title, bro. You just a bitch. Yeah, especially if you know what you had to go through when you got in there. I mean, unless you like it. Man, I ain't never been locked up out here. That's crazy. I'm glad I ain't ever went to jail out here. Yeah, I know, I heard. That nigga ain't brazy, he's stupid. He ain't brazy, he's stupid. That nigga ain't that is. Honestly, I wouldn't, you know what, I wouldn't put it past him, but I don't know. Shit, he probably killed me in a past life, nigga. Pyro, he probably killed me in a past life. See, I think honestly, this may sound weird, but I think he kind of fears what he might have put me through. Just might be that fucking that bottled in anger that makes me fucking snap. You know what I mean? And it's not. Yeah. Fuck yeah, he did. And that's why, listen, that's why I don't, when my mom or anybody else's mama or Keisha kid, anybody says anything about him, like I'm not one sided already as it is. You feel me? So you can't just tell me everything without me fucking finding out what I need to believe and what I don't need to believe. You feel me? So my mom telling me, oh well, he's on drugs and this and that. I'm looking at it like, well, why was he on drugs? I'm not looking at it as the fact like, oh, he was on drugs. Okay, well, fuck him. No, it's not even that, nigga. Why was he on drugs? What caused that? And then for me to find out, like, see, people don't know that his mom put him out. You know what I mean? Like his real mom put his ass out. Like it's fucked up by family. But needless to say, it's like, why does he have to go through that? And then for grandpa to be right, that's why me and grandpa don't have the relationship that we're supposed to have right now. And it's fucked up because I want to go see him. I want to drive down to Texas and I want to go see my grandpa. But every time I gotta think, every time you're not doing good right now, honestly. In my honest opinion, from the last time I talked to him, he's my number one problem with grandpa was that he was very fucking judgmental. And it wasn't judgmental as in like you should be doing better. Like it was more on like, nigga, if you were a man and you didn't join the Navy, something was wrong with you. It's like, but like my life wasn't supposed to be in the Navy. Shit, I realized that part of my life ain't supposed to be what's happening now. You know what I mean? But if I don't work towards what I know makes me feel comfortable, y'all gonna be dealing with a miserable ass grandson. Like, what the fuck am I doing in the military? And I have talent to sing. I have talent to rap. I can put together scientific equations that help my music because music is a science. You know what I'm saying? Like your grandson has he has a degree in recording arts, but you're mad at him because he didn't want to go and be an E5 or E6 in the Navy. First off, they wasn't even giving me the position that I wanted. Nigga, if I'm gonna go through all that PT and I'm gonna test and I'm gonna study and I gotta do all of that shit, and my grandpa was an E8 before he retired, I want at least an E7. I know too fucking much. How the fuck I know military folks, nigga, and I ain't ever, like, I knew military folks before I'd ever been on base. You feel me? And it's because of grandpa. No, it's there. It's there. You gotta go to. I forgot where I went, but I looked up all my information. I looked up all my mom's information. I looked up all dad's information. You feel me? I just gotta remember the site, but it's kind of like Ancestry. You have a free trial. You can go and get whatever information you want, and then you just screenshot it. You feel me? Are you putting in his, like, did you pay for, wait, you pay for DNA? They should have gave you back his shit. I don't know. That shit like that always makes me wonder though. Like, why is information different? You know, that nigga's your dad. I'm waiting for this money to hit. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at these bills. You're good. Oh shit. I hope it didn't call him. I just want to see the two songs, bro. Like, prepare me. There's the ones up there, and the other ones down there, right? Yeah, that's creepy as fuck. Yeah. Nah, nigga, that. So does this game. I'm so mad at how they fucked that motherfucker up. Yeah. They didn't make it better. You can't take. Look, if you're gonna accommodate new players because they don't want to learn the game, you might as well keep a classic mode for all your OG players so they don't have to go through all the bullshit of changing their shit. If you're gonna accommodate somebody, accommodate the motherfuckers who have put money into the game. I'm pissed as fuck about that because I spent over $3,000. My account has over $3,000 of cosmetics in it, and I can't play the game comfortably because of what they did with it. You have to have a sprint button now. You have to, like, you're creating more buttons than you have space for on a controller, and then it causes somebody to have to learn keyboard and mouse. Not everybody gonna want to do that shit. But see, I jump with that stick, and then I slide with the other one. You know what I mean? So it's like there's literally not enough button placement for all the buttons that they're trying to add in the game. Instead of them making combination buttons to where you can press two buttons at the same time to get a certain effect, what they're doing is they're making it to where you have to kind of play with default settings. And that's dumb as fuck to me. Especially in a game where it was designed like 3 years later, or not even 3 years later, like a year later, to be like all the way competitive. Hell, 3 months in.
What we tend to not understand is that time really doesn't exist. Clocks exist. Time doesn't exist. Right. And like you said, we've been given this functional arrow of time, which puts us in one specific direction, so that we can organize.
Yeah, I want to see this video. I want to see it.
This is what happens when you exit the matrix. Pay close attention. The end is astonishing. When you are in the process of awakening, you will realize that everything around you is illusion in which you have been trapped for many years. Something quite strong to assimilate, because you realize that most of society is and will remain trapped. But when you finally leave the matrix, you start to make changes that you would never have made before. Like stop watching series with harmful habits, stop buying unnecessary things, among many other things you were programmed to do. But you must dare to exit the mental cage, for only then will you achieve liberation. This moment may not repeat itself. This video will not appear again. Once you click the button below this video, you will feel like you are avoiding a question that you never needed to interact with this reality. The most difficult part being the solitary process will allow you to reach the point.
What we tend to not understand is that time really doesn't exist. Clocks exist. Time doesn't exist. Right. And like you said, we've been given
This is the shit I like to look at, bro.
Which is in one specific direction, so that we can organize our thoughts and our days and our years and weeks and what we're going to do and what we're going to meet up with somebody and everything else. We have this ability to coordinate and collaborate with each other, like how we're here today at this specific time. However, if you understand that time is also an illusion, it's something that you can use as a tool. But if you also understand that it's an illusion, then you can actually master time, and you can maximize what you're doing on this planet.
Right? The awareness of, output. You understand? Mathematical output. Right? Do you believe that the universe is mathematical?
Oh, absolutely. The language of God is mathematics, because mathematics can literally explain everything that we experience and everything also that exists. Even the fact that we're existing in the life matrix, everything is mathematics. We're living in a matrix that's basically pretty much mathematics called a Dinkler code. These Dinkler codes go all the way back to the Dogon tribes like the Polyapia. They actually originated these codes, and they were given these codes by the Novo, and they learned them. They threw them out as art form. But now, and they put them on clothing and blankets and everything else.
So the Dogon tribe, very time, that was able to discover, systems before telescopes and things of that nature. So how did they arrive to be able to deliver a lot of people out of those subscribe to it. But I just subscribe to us being gods, melanated beings on this planet Earth. We connected in a way that we just don't understand anymore. You understand me? And being multidimensional, I think about physics in that aspect where you talk about things being entangled. Not Will and Jada entanglements. You understand? Quantum entanglements.
Right.
And once you understand that, being multidimensional to me is easily understood from the fact that you can break this down to atoms, right? And then cells. Level, those are different laws, right? And we're made up of atoms, so that an aspect of our existence is obeying different laws of the universe, and then our cells are obeying different laws, gravity and magnetism, right, and flow. But then we as human beings are obeying different laws, right, of gravity and magnetism in the universe, and then we forget about the universal laws of our multidimensional self because we only know man's law. You understand me? So I think being multidimensional is easily understood as a love simple law. You understand me?
What you do in your other dimensions actually creates a physical boundary for you in your actual life that you're running right now.
To be honest with you, if you go all the way back to the ancient Dogon history, before they got to Mali, they were in the land of Kem. They were the original inhabitants of the land of Kem before it was called Egypt. And so
Kem meaning the land of black.
The land of blacks, correct, exactly, land of blacks. Kem was black, so all black. That's in the tablet.
So Kem, there's so much jewels in here, but so
you dropping gems.
Understand me? That's Africa.
Yeah.
Right. I know everybody calls the Middle East as if.
It's Africa.
Nah, nigga, that's Africa.
The Middle East is the most funniest made-up concept, magical idea on the planet.
I know.
Because it's like, you have in Africa, but no, this is like the Middle East Africa. It doesn't count for Sub-Saharan Africa, Northern Africa, and East Africa. But it's Africa, right?
It's Africa.
Yeah, so.
I know people still get it wrong to this day.
That's crazy.
It's surprising. So they, according to their records and their handed down verbal history, their records are etched into caves and stuff like that. The Nomo came here from Sirius B. Okay, so there's a
binary star system
that we know of called Sirius, the Sirius stars A, B, and C. B is a failed star where it ran out of fuel, turned into a white dwarf. These beings were orbiting on a planet that orbited that star, according to the Dogon, not me. Came here, they called the Nomo. The Dogon called them the Nomo. Taught them all about the star system, the orbital pattern, our entire solar system, the names, the shapes, the sizes, the colors of all the planets in our solar system, all the planetary alignments. And they even knew that white dwarf star was so gravitationally heavy that one spoonful couldn't be lifted by over 1 million men. They even knew that. We learned that in quantum mechanics and quantum physics in the 1970s, 1980s. We hypothesized it. And obviously we couldn't even see that star until the 1980s, 1970s, sorry.
So when did they record it?
Thousands of years ago.
Thousands. Of years ago.
It's like, we're talking about over 6,000-7,000 years. They had depictions of them and everything else, and they taught them how to make these Dogon masks, but they also gave them the Adinkra codes. And these Adinkra codes look like designs on clothing and patterns. When you turn these designs into three-dimensional structures, they become something called error correcting codes. And Professor James S. Gates, a black professor, used to be the science advisor for Obama when he was in office. He's now the professor, I believe, at the University of Maryland in symmetry and theoretical physics.
Are you interested in starting your own faceless YouTube automation channel, but all people do is tell you to go to Fiverr and Upwork and hire people to make rain sound videos, motivation videos, and all this other useless crap that just doesn't work? And all you want is someone to level with you and show you exactly what you actually need to do to build a highly profitable faceless YouTube channel that runs on autopilot. If that's you, you're going to want to check this out.
The most that I've ever made in a month was 30K. I want to say
100, 200,000 years. So it could be both, a little bit of both. It could be that it is a dark sun, but the light is what we can see. For example, the sun is 8 light minutes away from Earth. So if the sun went dark right now, you'd have daylight for 8 minutes. Now the light,
that's 90 million miles away.
90 million miles.
Right? Everything your relationship with.
That's right. Before it even got to us. I'm saying before it left our sun.
So light is very interesting. You understand me? We're talking about light. Yeah.
I took a famous picture that's been circulating for years about Mars during the summer. You take a picture of Mars during the summer, it actually has green, it has blues. It's not a red planet. You can see that the ice caps are small, which means they've melted. There's a lot of liquid water on the planet, and a lot of those greens, I believe, is vegetation. You know, and now all the science data is coming back out from NASA. Now all of a sudden, fresh releases are coming out from solar on Mars.
So our existence is obeying different laws of the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, 30
colors of all the planets in our solar system, all the planetary alignments, and they even knew that that white dwarf star was so gravitationally heavy that one spoonful couldn't be lifted by over 1 million men. They even knew that. We learned that in quantum mechanics and quantum physics were in the 1970s, 1980s. And obviously we couldn't even see that star until the 1980s or 1970s.
So when did they record?
Thousands of years ago. Like over 6,000-7,000 years. They even had depictions of them and everything else, and they taught them how to make these doggone masks. But they also gave them the Adinkra codes. And these Adinkra codes look like designs on clothing and patterns. When you turn these designs into three-dimensional structures, they become something called error-correcting codes. And Professor James S. Gates, a black professor, used to be the science advisor for Obama when he was in office. He's now the professor, I believe, at the University of Maryland in specifically theoretical physics. He discovered these things, or he rediscovered them, obviously, and he turned them into three-dimensional objects. And then from there, he found the error-correcting codes. He was analyzing and accessing information about the ether of space-time, and he discovered that the entire ether, in other words, everything this suit that we're operating in without the entire universe, is running on a specific code. It's called an Adinkra code. It's called error-correcting codes. The same exact kind of codes that run search engines and web browsers. That's
Like binaries.
Oh, listen, man. At certain points in time in energy, the glasses gotta come. This was one of those points in time when we're talking about Adinkra codes and going into multi-dimensional aspects of things. You know, this episode is brought to you by Go With Water. But, you know, being connected to the stars, you understand me, and being connected to the universe is a very interesting aspect of things. You know, I grew up, you know, in the Nation of Islam. And in the Nation of Islam, there is a lot of, you know, astronomical teachings, you know, about astronomy and sizes of the planets. That was one of the first things we have to learn, right? The distance between the planets, the speed of light, the speed of sound, right? You know, the total square mileage of water, earth, land, mountains, rivers, lakes, right? Everything. So, you know, deep into the teachings of Muhammad is astronomy, right? He wasn't really into astrology because he said it was too much guesswork. But astronomy he was into because it was mathematical. And you're talking about, you know, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 black men to be teaching astronomy, especially the poor black people in America. It was an interesting indication of, you know, where he got his knowledge. Because he had a third grade education, but he was teaching about astronomy, right? And he would dare the scholars of the world to prove him wrong. Of course, nothing did, right? Because he was talking about Pluto back in those days before they would recognize Pluto, right? And I used to always think about why. And one of the last books that he wrote was called Theology of Time. And Theology of Time is not a book for the beginner initiate. You understand me? It's definitely more novice when you get into your understanding. And then that's when he proposed and he talked about alien life on Mars. Right? He talked about the different planets who can and who can't go there, what they were doing and building. Like, he has very detailed composition of thought on extraterrestrial life. You understand me? And the origins of the planet itself and the universe itself. You know, and it's very interesting because we often believe that our connection to, you know, the way that the Dogons were able to chart the stars is lost, right?
No.
But that knowledge is always built in our DNA and always passed down inventors, there's just certain keepers of that knowledge, right? And those keepers of the knowledge are not often listened to because, especially today, we have a very static, distracted, low-level way of thinking. So it's like you have to think about the mind, and it's not even to say that they were the most intelligent people on the planet, but connected. You understand me as being different. Like that's a different type of intelligence.
Yeah.
Because we only measure academia or scholarship intelligence that you get from universities.
Yeah.
But we don't measure the intelligence you get from the universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand me? I want to talk about, you know, I don't want to leave time in the star system just yet, but I do want to talk about your relationship.
I'm actually an amateur astronomer.
Okay.
I've been doing that for a long time.
Yes, sir.
I have a real nice telescope. I have a Celestron SLR, and it's a real nice telescope. You can actually see the rings of Saturn, see Jupiter, you can see Mars.
Yeah.
I took a famous picture that's been circulated for years of Mars during the summer. You take a picture of Mars during the summer, it actually has green, it has blues, it's not a red planet. You can see that the ice caps are small, and now all the science data is coming back out from NASA. Now all of a sudden, press releases are coming out. The soil on Mars is better perform crops than on Earth. Now they're saying there's billions of tons of liquid water on Mars now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they're also talking about the fact that there's an atmosphere that is the equivalent to being like 18,000 feet above sea level, but that's like going to Peru. I'm going to Peru in a few weeks, right? So same thing. You got to acclimate to that height, to that low oxygen, but you can still breathe as long as you stay close to the ground. Once you go higher up, it's very dangerous. But if you're within like 10 feet of the ground, you can actually breathe. You can acclimate. So all of a sudden, all this is coming out because why? They get ready to, to build an infrastructure up there, in my opinion, and do a breakaway civilization. That's what the whole Elon Musk and all that's on Mars is all about. So I got really into it. Now, one of the reasons why I built the underground shelter that you mentioned, called Fort Terra Nova, that was back in 2012, was because I was analyzing
and I used to think, right,
the precession of the equinox is the movement of stars across the sky, the constellations across the sky. I noticed they were speeding up. Based on my calculations, it was moving instead of 27,000 years for one cycle, it was actually averaging around 25,000. I'm like, are the books wrong? Are these great astronomers wrong? Or what's going on? And the more I dug into it, the more I looked into it, I realized the only thing that could explain this is if our sun is orbiting something. It would need breakaway speed. And it would, it would speed up and it would slow down, speed up and slow down. So I started digging into that. I found out that they had something they were calling nemesis out there, something that they couldn't exactly say what it was, but they were saying there was a huge object out there orbiting our sun, and our sun was orbiting it. And they found it about 3 or 4 years ago. They labeled it Planet 9, but really is a brown dwarf star. They found a brown dwarf orbiting our sun. So we live in a binary solar system. We don't have one sun, we actually have two. One's a brown dwarf, which you can only see with 2-mass infrared mode on your telescope. You have to have a digital scope to see that because it's so dim you can't see with the naked eye.
Is the sun black or white?
The sun is white. It's bright white, so it's not black actually. If you actually were able to go out and look at the sun above the atmosphere, you'll find out that it's actually bright white light. When it hits our atmosphere, it scatters, and when the light breaks down, we see more of the yellows because the blues are kept up there. So the sun actually is bright white.
It's based off, like, you'll see more reds closer to the sun.
Charge of light that gives it the appearance of white.
Well, it's a nuclear explosion. Now, what's interesting about the sun is that a lot of the light doesn't even get to the surface for like 100, 200,000 years. So it could be both, a little bit of both. It could be that it is a dark sun, but the light is what we can see. For example, the sun is 8 light minutes away from Earth. So if the sun went dark right now, we'd have daylight for 8 minutes. Now the light,
that's 90 million miles away.
90 million miles away, right? And the light that's formed on the inside from the collision of the atoms on the inside, the nuclei, when they're colliding and splitting, that light, it doesn't go straight from the center core right out to the outside of the sun. It actually meanders from the inside of the sun for thousands and thousands of years before it releases itself and leaves the room. Then it takes 8 minutes to get to Earth. So the light that we're experiencing right now is hundreds of thousands of years old before it even got to us.
Damn.
Our sun.
So light is very interesting. You understand me? I want to talk about light and water for a second. Look like we might get to the whole elemental period by the time we do this conversation. So, you know, I remember before I got on a journey of, you know, teaching in the financial literacy and liberation aspect, you know, my deeper studies was into quantum physics, science, and psychology. You know, two major things that I believe would help guide enlightenment. You understand me now? And so studying light, I started studying right? We're in between, you know, for those who don't know, you know, water has 4 different phases. Some people say 5, but you understand me? Solid, liquid, gas. You understand me? And I used to think about that because I say the only difference between the water and structure is the proton arrangement, not the proton count. So it's not something new that's happening to the water that is entered into it that changes its state. It's the arrangement, you understand me, of its energy. And so when I thought about that, and then of course, you know, light is energy, so we can say that it's light that changes. And then water has the most different states out of any other element. And so I liken that to consciousness, right? That our consciousness can be in rigid states, it can be in flow states, right? And but what changes, your consciousness moves from a lower consciousness to a higher consciousness is enlightenment, right? You know, when we read, right, I always say we re-add, right? We're re-adding knowledge that is already in us because we're not actually, nothing physical is going in there. Nothing is going to tinker and change what your brain. It's literally electricity changing your veins. You understand me? In the structure of the state of consciousness. And you can see a symbol, right, and gain enlightenment, right? And it can cause an inner knowing that can have your mind, you know, raising its vibration, right?
You ever seen a wealthy person or a wealthy family or a jet owner? Like, I got a jet, I'm sorry, you know. You ever done that?
And, you know, that's not something that
I'm getting ready to do this mission on Earth. Alright, for sure. For sure. My fucking knees, my legs, my fucking head, my body, all of this shit just hurts.
Kanzu's favorite gun, Swazdula, killer. Rightio, see you soon.
Bro, you ever be so sick that your whole body is sore and you don't even want to fucking move? That's where I'm at right now.
Those devices draw energy from bomb ballists. Make use of them. Next, you attempt to take control of it.
Stop dropping motherfuckers down here. Why you drum up your ears?
Energy spike. I advise falling back. That device is insufficient. You are directed to secure and employ additional Eidolon moves. Energy spike. I advise falling back. Energy spike. I advise falling back. Smaller sentients rush to the Eidolon's aid, healing it. Stop them. Sentient energy contained. You are closing for victory. Act now.
I'll leave this right now, so you won't be able to go in there yet. It should be done in a second. Bro, this game is damn near virtually impossible to beat. They're still updating it. There's constant updates on this game. It's been around for 10 plus years. Well, 10 years. Mm-hmm. PC. Mm-hmm. really fucking well.
Energy spike. I advise
Damn,
falling back.
he got fucked. He
That
get
device
fucked
is
up.
insufficient. You are directed to
Well,
secure and
fucking
deploy
eight.
additional Eidolon lures. Energy spike. I advise falling back. 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 Sentient energy contained. You are closing on victory. Act now.
I forgot to end.
Energy spike. I advise falling back. That device is insufficient. You are directed to secure and employ additional eidolon lures. Spike. I advise falling back. Energy spike. I advise falling back. Energy spike. I advise falling back. Energy spike. I advise falling back. Sentient energy contained. You are closing on victory. Act now.
I'm probably gonna take a little break, like a little rest, after I study my orbiter. Just for a little bit though. Just so I can at least clear my nose. So that'll give you time to actually get like a couple of your quests cleared up too, so. Nope. Oh, yeah. Bullet jumping. Alright.
It's that time again.
Yeah. Yeah, hell yeah. If anything, I need some rest, bro. Like I haven't really gotten proper sleep. Oh yeah. Right.
Operator, I've run diagnostic
Yeah,
regressions. All
that
systems
was decent
nominal.
ass
You don't need to
punctuation.
thank me.
But they because and it's poor punctuation. Like even though like we're adapting, that's why there's so many math scholars that are mad about how they changed up PEMDAS. Because even though they changed it to like to make better sense to somebody who's just now learning it, and because they figure they may have made a mistake. No, there was no mistake back then. That's literally the problem. If you want the like it's like those questions that would be like 3 and then something in parentheses and shit, you know what I mean? Like the new way that they have us doing it is way different. I think it was like 1955 was when they started implementing the new system, and it's where you're literally you're doing the math on the inside of the parentheses, and then you're doing your exponents or whatever, but like you're not timesing something at the end. You know what I mean? Like it's stupid. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb. I'm the type of person that'll actually see that math problem and write that shit in Pythagorean theorem and shit, or and like define the property of it and shit by putting that as the answer. And they can't tell me that the answer is wrong because it literally is the same answer. Yeah, I fucks with science. Well, I mean, shit. This is what people don't realize. This is what people don't realize. As humans that have grown up, especially like in places where they really they thrive on teaching you education, whether it's completely accurate or not. We've all been to science class since about third, fourth grade. Okay, we're pretty much at this age all professional data analysts. Think about it. It takes 4 years to get, or 2 years to get a degree in something, right? 4 years to get a master's or a bachelor's, and then 8 years to get a master's. Okay. If we started science in third, fourth grade, we all technically have a master's in low level science. And that would make us all qualified. It is. Oh, it is. It is. They actually, yeah. Yeah. Puzzle games and shit. Yeah. Yeah, I'm launching it. Yeah. It's going to be used. It's not extra ground loop for anybody. Right. Somebody accidentally run into it, not even you forgot that you set that motherfucker there. Oh, flashbang the fuck out their ass. Mm. Mhm. The flashbanging the fuck out of them. They knew they were dead. Yeah, that's crazy. Mhm. Right. Mhm. See me like that's I snipers are one of the things that I really kind of pick up first in a game because your ARs and stuff you're pretty much going to be running with your pistol. If that's your last option, that's going to be your last option. You know what I mean? So you kind of got to get good with the pistol. But for somebody to be good with a sniper from fucking close range. Mm-hmm. Right. Some motherfucker sniping. Yeah, somebody sniping from across the way looking at you snipe. It happens. Mhm. Wall hack. Mhm. You can just shoot through it. Mhm. Mhm. So like as soon as they bend that corner, you can take a guess shot at that point. Why didn't he just? Oh, why didn't you just leave? Oh, nigga, I'd have left after. See, my thing. I'm not gonna catch up. I I have to accept. At that point, it's not even quitting. It's accepting the fact that I have work to do. Okay. Mm. Honestly, that's how I got. Mm, that's how I got better at Apex. There was a motherfucker who was trolling, and like dude was mad ass trolling too, and he wasn't even trolling me. He was trolling her, and I got pissed off. So I went in and I grabbed her controller because she was fed up. She just put it down, and I'm like, all right, I'll finish it for you. And then I end up getting in another match with dude, and he just like completely throws the fucking game away, like just completely throws it. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, bro, no, fuck that. Then if you're gonna be a bitch, you can at least 1v1 me and get the fuck out the lobby, type shit. Bro, it's gotten to the point where I don't even do 1v1s anymore. Why? Because they'll go in and pick out their whole fucking loadout. I'll take a wingman with no attachments and fuck they world up. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. Yeah, and that they're trying to do their best to stop it. The problem is their anti-cheat software has way too many it has way too many fucking loopholes. So they'll get rid of one thing, but then they won't go back and they won't double check to make sure that both things are locked out. Because for them, it's literally a program. It's literally a program. They edit it inside the program, and then it sends it like they attach it to the game in like a DLL file, and it connect like it's either a DLL file or some sort of ISO file, and then they attach it to the game, and it gives it all those characteristics of the anti-cheat. But the problem is when they're putting those, it'll let them know this change will affect this. And sometimes they'll look at it and they'll be like, okay, well, I'll just ignore that because it's not important. And that'll be hella important. And then not only that, but because they did it and it's not working with, or it's not compatible with some of the other anti-cheats, what it does is it'll cause glitching effects. That's why when in some matches, after somebody's reported on almost any game too. Like the screen starts turning a little glitchy. You ever notice how after you report somebody and they disappear out of the game? In any game, like the gameplay gets really rugged. That's their hmm Right. But yeah, man, mm, that's it. Yeah, nah, everybody be cheating shit. These motherfuckers be jailbreaking their PlayStations and putting like fucking just the dumbest shit, like Zens and shit. hmm Yeah, but if you don't have a jailbroken system, it kind of makes it hard for it to read it sometimes, especially with the PS5. All right, man. I'm gonna take my ass in here and lay down. My fucking body hurts. For sure. Hell yeah. I, I got you.